President Trump knew exactly what was going on. He was aware of all my movements. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the president.
Yeah, so nobody on TV like that is under oath. And he obviously is desperate to get attention, which you will all shower him with promptly, I'm sure. And he's somebody who was arrested and indicted on some serious criminal, campaign finance charges. And you can't, in a court of law, you would never be able to say what someone else knew.
He says the vice president was aware.
And Vice President's Chief of Staff, Mark Short, my colleague, just came out with a statement. I refer you to his statement. I believe your colleague tweeted it out, Ben, but the statement essentially says, I have it here somewhere, he says that the Democrats' own witnesses in the House undercut that claim, and that this is false.
And why did the vice president cancel his trip? Was it planned?
Well, the vice president did meet with him in Poland, and then weeks, I believe that was around September 1st, the vice president met with President Zelensky, I think in Poland. We'll have to check that, as I recall. And then just weeks later, President Trump met with President Zelensky at UNGA in front of all of you.
Why the vice president's trip canceled?
That could have happened for any number of reasons.
Because he said it was because of this pressure campaign.
No, who said?
Lev Parnas.
Okay, but you have to say, if you're talking about the Vice President of the United States and then you're saying he in the same sentence, you're referring to the Lev Parnas, let's not. I know you guys are going to do that like you do with anybody who just is after Donald Trump. All of a sudden, they're just imbued with credibility, legitimacy, and think of what you're doing, folks. Honestly, you're respectable people. Think of what you're doing, where it's constantly you've been berating and denigrating Rudy Giuliani for years now. That's questionable itself. But now one of his associates, who I assume you would have had the same opinion about and probably have expressed it, we're researching that now. That should be delicious once completed. Now, all of a sudden, he's the second coming. So be a little careful.
Kellyanne, I know you haven't read the GAO report, but this is what it says. It says faithful execution of the law does not permit the president to substitute his own policy priorities for those that Congress enacted into law. What's your response to that?
Well, then it's a good thing that the aid that Congress approved got to Ukraine intact, and it got there because this president released it, and he wanted it to be higher and better and bigger than it was under President Obama, so that they can protect themselves against foreign aggression. It's not President Trump who whispered into Lavrov or somebody's ear and said, after the re-election I'll have more flexibility. And it's this president who's making sure that Ukraine has what it needs.